Today I'm going to take you out for a relaxing paddle on the bay with my Tucktec folding kayak. We bought 2 of these kayaks a year ago. So what do I think after a year? I still absolutely love this kayak. So in this video, I'm going to show you all the amazing sights I see while kayaking on the bay. I'm going to show you the setup process for the Tucktec. I'm going to tell you how you can get your own Tucktec kayak if you're interested through my affiliate link and save 10% on the purchase. It's the middle of May and it's such a gorgeous day out. I'm so excited that I have this chance and I have some time to get out on the water today and just enjoy it. I thought it would be a lot of fun to show you a little bit of a sped up process of the assembly of the Tucktec kayak. I just pop this thing out of my trunk of my Honda Accord, go through the quick setup process, and I'm ready to go. So the way these kayaks work is the more you use them, the more you fold them, the easier it is to fold and the faster you will get it set up. So if you do get a kayak tether for the Tucktec, this is the black tab that helps you do the initial fold. I like to just put the little clip here, and then I take this and I would Velcro it around my adjustable paddle, and it keeps things really nice and secure, so you don't lose your paddle when you're out kayaking, which is super important. So this is where I launched my kayak from. Super easy spot. You can park all along here, so really nice. And then while you're down here, if you wanted to, this little path would take you over to the Burton Island, and you could do that hike as well. Hey guys, I am out in my Tucktec kayak, and today I'm at one of my favorite places to paddle. I'm at Delaware Seashore State Park, and I launched from the Burton's Island launch area, and I'm just out in the bay. I'm gonna paddle between some of the little islands here, look at some ospreys, and I'm gonna take you with me today. It is, oh gosh, May 20 something, so we're getting close to the start of summer here. The water has warmed up quite a bit, so I really feel confident getting out on the water now. You know, I'm always a little hesitant. I did kayak in January here, but even though the Tucktec and my kayak is really stable, I've never had an issue, you always worry like what would happen if you did tip and you were submerged in cold water. So I try to keep that in mind. So things have warmed up to a point where I feel pretty confident getting out on the water, and it is just beautiful. Oh my goodness, I think there is a giant fish over here. Not alive, but I'm gonna show it to you. So, wow. Big fish. Out here in this part of the park and bay, in the summertime, there's one of the largest nesting colonies for laughing gulls. So just a lot of really cool stuff to explore out here. So it is low tide. I'm gonna have to be careful about where I go, because if you go in between some of these islands during low tide, you can definitely get stuck. We don't want that to happen today. I've been watching my channel for a while. This marks the 1 year that we have owned these Tucktec kayaks. So we have 2 of them, and I got 2 so I can take usually one of my kids kayaking with me. My daughter particularly loves kayaking, so I like to bring her. So it has been a year of ownership. Everything is still great with these, no issues. I've got the GCI canoe sit backer on here, and that has made a huge difference for me in terms of back support when I'm in this kayak, because that was my one complaint about this kayak, that the seat that it came with was not super comfortable. So adding this GCI canoe sit back seat, and then adding it just with the existing Velcro in the existing Tucktec setup has just made a huge difference. Super, super comfortable. So you might be saying like, why a folding kayak? Why not just get a traditional kayak? I would love to have a traditional kayak or a boat, but it doesn't fit with our life. I'm fairly short, I'm like 5'3". I'm not like strong enough. I mean, I probably could, but I'm not in a position where even if I had the right car, that I would be confident that I could lift the kayak up by myself, get it on the roof rack, lift it back. That's just not something I want to do. Like with this folding kayak, It is so light. I can go anywhere I want by myself, set it up, put it back in the car, no big deal. I actually drive around with these in the car trunk a lot, and it's a little weird, but then I'm like, if I'm out hiking somewhere and I'm at a good lake or something that looks really inviting, I can just get out there. So these fit super well in our life. They fit in our car. It's at the point where my teenage daughter and my son, they can assemble these super fast. So they're just really, really great if you have space constraints, if you're limited by like being able to lift heavy things, if you don't have big cars. These are just an amazing option. And I know there's some other like fancier type of folding kayaks, but for us, the Tucktec was like just a fantastic price point. And the material, it's made of this marine grade plastic that is like so tough. I drag it on the ground over rocks. It takes a beating and it is totally fine. So it's pretty cool. And then we had, when our kids were little, we had double kayak, like inflatable, like a tandem kayak. And those worked pretty well, except when you were in a windy situation. Like I could not take one of these out on the bay because you would get blown all around. The folding kayak like I have now has a tracking fin, and it really helps you be able to go where you want to go even in the wind. The other issue we had with the inflatable is like, if I take this out of the water, it can be wet. I can fold it up wet and there's no issues. There's nowhere for mold to grow. It's just a sheet of plastic basically. So I have not had to dry this off. I don't clean it. You know, I've had this for a year. I use it, I fold it up, I put it away, put it in the trunk, we're good to go. With the inflatables, we kept having where water would sit kind of like in the channels, and they got moldy. It was just a nightmare trying to, you know, you'd use them, you'd deflate them to get them in the car, then we'd go home, we'd have to set them up again and try to like get out a towel and let them sit in the sun and let it dry, where this is just like one less hassle. I use it, I fold it up, I'm done. Cool thing is that they build these nesting platforms out here, so the ospreys have a place to nest. And I'm gonna take you a little bit closer to one because there is an osprey sitting over here. So there goes the osprey. It's gonna fly. Oh, it's gonna give us a show. How wonderful. For me, I just love kayaking here because I just love the wildlife. And I like the idea of just kind of like going in between all the little islands. If you are a content creator, if you're a YouTuber, you know that this is a labor of love. You're not doing this to get rich. I mean, maybe some people are able to do that, but my channel is certainly not at that point. I'm at the point where I'm making very little, but I see it as, hey, it's a nice perk. So one of the things that I have done is I have created an Amazon like affiliate store. And what I've done on there is put links to a lot of our favorite gear. For example, like in my Tucktec kayak, what I'm using, the paddles that I love, these are adjustable. So I've got some information up there about the paddles, the life vests that we like to use. Just a great bargain brand to get you started in boating. The Kayak Tether, the dry sack that I like to use to keep my camera and my keys dry when I'm out here. So if you're interested, check out the link to my Amazon store, and you know, if you make a purchase through there, I earn a commission from it, and it's just another way that you can help support me as a creator and support the channel. So I really appreciate that. Like I said, I'm only going to put our favorite products, things that a lot of them we've had for like years and years. All right, so I'm gonna show you this really quickly. We're getting quite shallow, so I'm gonna get turned around here before I get stuck. Because like I said, it is low tide. This thing paddles surprisingly well. Like, it is really easy to navigate. It's gonna be a little harder going against the current, but not too bad. We've got a cormorant flying by very, very fast. So we've got a horseshoe crab shell over there. Like May and June here in Delaware, the horseshoe crabs descend on the bay beaches, and they are everywhere. We were out last weekend, so probably like mid-May, and there were already some mating and just out on the beach. Certainly not the numbers that are going to be there come peak spawning time, but they're really cool. They're fascinating creatures. Totally harmless too. Maybe they're a little bit scary. You don't want to step on one like flipped upside down in the bay. Like as kids, we spent a lot of time swimming in the bay, and when one would be flipped upside down and you'd step on it, it can definitely cut your foot. But otherwise perfectly harmless, doesn't bite, doesn't pinch you. So, all right, I'm gonna try to get closer to these egrets because they are gorgeous. All right, guys. So I want to close my video here because I'm just going to be kind of making my way back to the starting point. And then when I get back there, I might show a little video of like kind of the cleaning up process of the kayak and showing you how it fits in my car. But otherwise, this is pretty much going to wrap up the video. Just want to thank you all for watching. I don't know about you, but I am so excited for summer. I can't wait. I can't wait to kind of show you all the things the kids and I do during the summer. We do a lot of crabbing, we do a lot of clamming, we do a lot of fishing, a lot of kayaking. So lots of great summer fun coming up on the channel. We're gonna take you along with us. Birds out here, like it's just crazy. I saw 2 different types of egrets, herons, osprey, terns. Sometimes you see a turtle, a horseshoe crab. Really, really cool stuff out here in the bay. And because there's usually wind moving, you don't have to worry too much about bugs. Like I've never had a situation where the bugs are bad out here. I always bring the bug spray just in case, but something about being out on the open water really helps control the bugs. So this is a little sped up footage of the taking apart process. I personally find it taking apart even easier than setting it up. Once you do this setup and takedown process a couple of times, it becomes super easier to fold. If you are interested in seeing more of our kayaking videos or seeing more about Tucktec, you can find a whole playlist on our channel page. I did a 6-month review, a 9-month review. We have used these in the bay, in lakes, in a canal, in a river, and in all these different environments. We've been able to kayak successfully and had just really great performance out of our Tucktec kayaks. So for people like us, 2 kids, 2 small cars, not a lot of storage space, this just fits our life. And before, like I said, we struggled through using inflatables that would get blown all over around the water. This has just been such a better solution for us. And after a year of ownership, I am still so happy that we made this purchase. If you're interested in getting your own Tucktec, be sure to look at the affiliate link I have there. I earn a small commission, and Tucktec has graciously provided a 10% discount for all my customers. So be sure to check that out. And if you've got any questions, ask them away. I'm here to help. Whenever I use this kayak, I get a lot of odd looks and a lot of questions, but then people are amazed with how well it works out on the water. So we just have a tiny Honda Accord as one of our cars, and I don't have this arranged real great, but as you can see, this is the kayak. I've got all my stuff in there. Now, if my daughter and I are going together, I usually turn this on its side and I can fit 2 of these in here. And then the life vest, the paddles, all the kind of gear that I need. But like I said, we have these because they fit. They fit in our trunk, they fit in our little car, and they make the water accessible for us. Thanks for watching.